Today we will provide a step-by-step tutorial on how to cook this as a family, and at the end we will provide a full recipe screenshot. Time for the cheese. So what are we going to do now?
First, we are going to shred the cheese.
Great. So what kind of cheeses do we have here?
Sharp cheddar.
Yep, extra sharp cheddar.
Colby Jack and mozzarella.
That's right. So we have a nice blend that we're going to put together. And if you notice, we have block cheese. It's really important that you shred your own cheese, because when you buy pre-shredded cheese, there's additives that are anti-clumping that are going to go against the sauce that you're trying to make, and it's going to make it stick and be gloopy, whereas this will help have a nice creamy texture. So and then you can have your helper help you with shredding the cheese. If you notice, I had my hand over top. And now, as we're coming to the end, I'm going to finish it off. And then when we get to the last little nugget here, this is something that you can either just eat, or you just bring out the knife and you just dice that up, and that will be a part of what you have here. We have melted down a stick of butter, and when you're making a roux, it's important to have basically equal parts. So half a part fat, half a part flour. So we're going to be taking half a cup of flour and we're going to be whisking it in with the fat over medium heat. So add a little bit and whisk. Add a little bit more and whisk, and this is going to build the base for your sauce so that we can add all those delicious cheeses and the milk. It's coming together nicely, and then once we have our roux here, this is equal parts fat and flour, we're going to cook this for 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to turn down the heat, make it a low medium heat, and because we want this to be a light roux. So it's going to be a blonde or a light roux. The longer that you cook it, the darker that it would get, but we just want a nice light roux. Now that this is cooked for 2 or 3 minutes, I'm going to turn off the heat, and I'm going to remove this from the heat before I add the milk. So now that we have this roux that we've cooked, we've taken it off the heat, and we're going to start incorporating milk into it. So we've measured out a quart of milk, and we're going to add a little bit, and then we're going to whisk that in, and then we're going to add some more and whisk. And this is off the heat for the purpose of making sure that it doesn't clump and that it remains nice and smooth. Great. Now that we've incorporated the milk into the roux, we're going to return it to heat, start bringing it back up to temperature, and once it starts to thicken a little bit, we'll start adding some additional elements. Okay, so we're heating the milk and roux over medium heat, and we're continually stirring to make sure that it doesn't stick and it stays smooth. So I'm not sure if you can tell on the camera right now, but we're starting to see little wisps of steam. that means that we're at a point where we can start adding elements because it's going to be warm enough to melt. Now we're going to give a quick rough chop to our cream cheese and drop that in and let this dissolve, and you're going to soon see this sauce start to come together and thicken up. So you can see this is a nice, rich, velvety sauce that we're going to add some cheese to. This is thickened up nicely. I've turned down the heat to a low heat. I'm actually going to turn the heat off at this point because it's warm enough. And we're just going to add the cheese. So as we've got this cheese in here, you can see this is beautiful, silky cheese sauce that is going to be great for this mac and cheese. So we created our roux, we added cream cheese, we added 3 different kinds of cheeses. So now we have mac and we have cheese. It's time to make it mac and cheese, right? So let's get to it. Look how good and ooey-gooey this is looking there. That is looking wonderful. All right, let's get this in the pan. All right, so we have our mac and cheese and we're gonna get it in the pan ready for the smoker. This next step is one of our favorite steps because you girls have said that you love the crust that we have on top of that mac and cheese. So even if you're just doctoring up a mac and cheese that you have, you can always take this next step. But what we'll do is get this in the pan, put on a layer of rub, we're going to add a layer of panko, and then we're going to put some kosher salt on top, and that's going to add a nice crisp element on top of this. Okay, that looks great. What's the next step?
Put it on the smoker!
All right. Everyone's favorite part, the tasting. We made our mac and cheese, we put our crust layer on, put it on the smoker for around an hour. Now we're gonna test it.
Yeah.
So I pulled some out of the pan, spread it out, let it cool down. How's it looking?
Good!
All right, so here's your fork. Everyone be careful, make sure it's not too hot, but just go ahead and dig in.
Like a dip piece.
Oh yeah.
The crust is so good.
That's great.
It's so good. It's just so good.
Good smoky flavor. The crust element adds some good flavor with it too. Taste the rub. This is great. So I think this is going to be a good part of dinner, huh? Thank you for joining us on today's episode of DadBQ. Remember, who's the Q?
DadBQ! Boo boopy doo, it's DadBQ. The family-friendly cooking show.
Thanks for watching. Comment down below if there is something you would like us to teach you to make, or if you have a delicious dish that you would like to potentially have featured on DadBQ. We are building a family-friendly cooking community that we want you to join. First step to joining that community, like, comment, and subscribe. And visit us at dadbq.com.